wish to come in on any point or any question, if you could raise your virtual hand. If that doesn't work, your real hand. Just a couple of apologies this morning. We know that Councillor Steve Hunt is unable to join us today from Neath Talbot Council and is represented by Councillor Wyndham Griffiths. I've not been notified of any other apologies for today, but happy to take them if there are any. Yes, Ainsley?
Yeah, apologies from Wendy Watkins, Chair. I'm doing so, Wendy. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. We'll note Wendy's apologies as well. Thank you. Yes, Councillor Clements.
Thanks, Rob. Tegrin Jones, Chief Exec of Pembrokeshire Coast National Park, is unavailable today. Thank you. Okay, thank you. We'll also note Tegwin's apologies. Okay, if that's all on apologies, then we'll move on to declarations of interest. And again, ask if anybody has any interest to declare for any items on today's agenda. Yes, Councillor Harvey. John.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Rob. I'd like to declare a personal interest, please, in agenda item 9, private sector advisory board appointments. And that's by virtue of the fact that some of the proposed appointees are known to me personally, having worked with them in my professional life. I've taken advice from the monitoring officer on this, and I think it's appropriate to declare a personal interest. Thank you, Rob.
Okay, thank you, Councillor Harvey. We'll note that. Are there any other declarations for now? No. Okay, thank you. We'll move on then to the minutes of the previous meeting. Those are on pages 3 to 8 of your agenda. These relate to the meeting held on the 12th of September 2024. I haven't been advised of any requests for amendments, but happy to take any if there are any today. If not, could I look for somebody to move them as a true record, please? Well, I'm happy to move them as a true record, actually. Can I ask for a seconder? Thank you, Councillor Harvey. Could I ask all of those to show if they're in favour? Thank you, colleagues. Those are agreed. We'll move then on to item 4, which is the general progress on the South West Wales Corporate Joint Committee 23-24. Is this to Will or to Christy?
Yeah, happy to introduce this item, Chair. Morning, members. Yes, agenda item 4. It's just a general and short progress report across the various thematics at the appendix to main report. Principal reason of bringing this forward is it was not included in the annual return that was taken in September. And it's the recommendation is just to note that progress and also to note that the proposed priorities for the next financial year 25-26 will be coming to the CJC on the 3rd of December.
Okay, thank you, Will, for that. Members, I've no doubt read the report. The recommendations you'll see is on page 9 of the agenda pack. I'm happy to take any questions or comments to Will on any items within that report. If not, it's just for noting, as Will has said, but we will take a vote on that. So I'm happy to move that. Could I ask for a seconder again, please? Thank you, Darren. And if you could show if you're in favour of noting the report. Thank you very much. Okay, we'll move then to item 5, which are Welsh Language Standards Compliance Update. And again, I'll come back to Will.
Thank you, Chair. Yes, this is a report at item 5, which really is to advise members of the committee on the compliance notice received from the Welsh Language Commissioner and the standards applicable to the CJC. We received that in April, and we needed to implement that within 6 months. Attached to the report is a comprehensive table showing all of the compliance standards that we are required to meet, and also the progress against those standards. The recommendations are to note and to endorse, have been noted and endorsed by the Overview and Scrutiny Committee on the 14th of October, and the recommendation today is for members to endorse the ongoing monitoring of the compliance standards as laid down in the report. Thanks, Chair.
Thank you, Will. I'll pause there for any comments or questions to Will on the report. If If not, you've got the recommendation on page 23 of your pack. I'm happy to move this as the report. Could I ask for a seconder again, please? Thank you, John. And can I ask colleagues to show if they're in agreement to note the report? Thank you very much. That is agreed. We've got then the update on the forward work programme. Again, just checking, is there anything to add to the published work programme that officers wish us to note? Can't see anything there. Sorry, Mark, yeah, come to Mark Wade.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. Just to advise, there may be some slippage to the regional transport plan, which officers are discussing at the moment and will be picked up at a later session in terms of the workshop, just to make sure that we get the scheme prioritisation work done in a timely way, in a thorough way for members. No change to the end date in terms of submission to Welsh Government next year. However, presentation to the CJC here may slip to January, just to make sure that we've got the scheme prioritisation work done completely, but completed rather. We will be updating members on that at the next session, Chair.
Okay, thank you for that, Mark, and good to see that even though we've got changes to the profile of the timeline here, that we're still aiming for the same end date on this one, which is good to note. Okay, everybody content with that? We're all happy to note the forward work programme? Yeah. Okay, thank you. We'll move then to urgent items. I haven't received any notification of any urgent items for today. So we'll move then to item 8, which is access to meetings, exclusion of the public. Members will be aware we do have an item that's proposed to be discussed in private session, and the monitoring officers provided the following rationale, which is included: to resolve to exclude the public for the following items pursuant to Regulation 4, subsection 3 and 5 of the Statutory Instrument 2001, number 2290, and the relevant examples of paragraph 12 and 13 of part 4 of the Schedule 12A of the Local Government Act 1972. So that's the legal reason for going into private session. So I'm happy to move that we do so. Could I ask colleagues to show if they agree with moving into private sessions for the reasons outlined by the legal officer? Okay, thank you very much, colleagues. Then we will do so. So I'll now wait for Chloe to halt the recording.
Okay, and the recording is stopped, Chair. You're now in private session.
Thank you very much. Okay, before we go on to this item, then can I just confirm